A very good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Thanks to the organization and thanks for invitation and having the possibility as the only freight forwarder to give here also our input. It's also an honor to be proposed and nominated from the side of the Adriatic port Koper to give you some view about our experience in the past 35 years with Adriatic ports. I will talk today mainly about the Central Eastern European region. Chedomir, will you start my presentation or should I start?
You should start the presentation or AJ, I think.
Because you share screen from there.
AJ, what about the presentation of Otto? Can you start it, please?
Do you have the presentation, Otto, or do you want me to start?
Yes, please.
Okay. Great, please.
Yes, as I said, my main topic is the importance of the Mediterranean ports for Central Eastern Europe. And here Koper has an extraordinary role and function. Plus, I want to talk with you not only about a gateway from Far East to Central Eastern Europe, it's also about the short sea shipping. It's also about the shipping with the Red Sea and Levante region. And I'm here today also as a representative of freight forwarding that is also competing the port infrastructure with other transport modalities. It's the Silk Road, it's the air freight, it's the new Silk Road coming from China to Poland and to Slovakia to Germany. That is also a co-competition for the ports, for all the ports in the Adriatic, in the North European ports. But our aim, our job as a freight forwarder is to find the best routings to our customers. And this is what I want to talk. Why Koper for cargo partner? It's because cargo partner started in Central Eastern Europe. You can see in this slide, all the yellow bullet points are cargo partner warehouse locations. So we are using very much Koper as a gateway for goods coming from all around the world to supply our warehouses in Europe. What we can see, dear ladies and gentlemen, this is also a move of distribution centers from Western Europe to Eastern Europe. Or what we can also see is that a lot of big customers changing the strategy to have, instead of one DC in Europe, a second one. And the second one is very often, thanks for the next slide, the second DC is very often in the middle of CE. It's either in Austria or Slovakia or Poland or in Slovenia. It depends on the cargo flow of the customers. This was also the reason why Cargo Partner made the biggest investment in the past 35 years in Slovenia. Cargo Partner built a huge warehouse at the Slovenian capital in Ljubljana because the main cargo flow is coming via the port of Koper. Koper is today our biggest import gateway for the entire Central Eastern Europe. Plus, I have to speak as well about COVID. I can see all your ports as an alternative in situations where the European borders are starting to be closed or to have big traffic jams where we have long waiting times. So the so-called short sea shipping can be a very good and important tool to solve or to bypass problems that we had in the last few months, and that unfortunately can come again. I'm talking about short sea from Adriatic to Spain. I'm talking about short sea from Turkey to Koper. I'm talking about short sea from Koper to UK. Here at this slide, you can see our warehouse in Ljubljana. This is our warehouse and cross-docking station for 11 countries in Central Eastern Europe. The big supply is coming via the gateway of Port of Koper. Here we are doing mainly the deconsolidation of full trucks and LC of full containers and LCL containers. You have to know Cargo Partner is running today consultainers, own consolidated containers from 22 different Asian ports into Koper.
Next.
Please, the next slide. So you can see our iLogistics center in Ljubljana in Slovenia. You can see some numbers. It's 25,000 square meters. We have all possible and necessary certificates. What we did is to be a little bit independent from the Port of Koper. Is we built up here our own infrastructure for warehousing and cross-docking because Koper is booming. The cargo coming is becoming more and more. Space and capacities are limited. This is also the reason why we decided also to install our own infrastructure. And what I see is also a co-competition in between the Mediterranean ports. It's not a competition, it's a co-competition. We and all of us together, as I said, we have to find the best routings. Either if the goods are coming from Morocco via Spain or from Turkey via Koper, we have to use this. It's also an environmental friendly way to move goods from the highways, from the trucks to containers and to vessels. This is also one of our aims. With the help of the Mediterranean ports, for us as Cargo Partner, it's mainly Koper. But yes, we are using also other ports like Port of Trieste, Port of Rijeka. The Greek ports are becoming more and more important. So, as I said, it's our duty, it's our responsibility to find the best gateway for the customer. For many of the Far East goods, of the Mediterranean goods, we can see today that Koper, but also other ports, have a very good and stable infrastructure for this cargo flow. So I want to recommend all our guests to this webinar to push and to promote and to use Mediterranean ports. Thanks.